Hello. Hello.
Okay. Hi. Good
Good to
afternoon,
have
ma.
you again, Auntie Aminat. Good morning.
Thank you, ma.
So good to
Good
have
morning,
you.
ma.
I've,
Thank
I
you, ma.
had good feedbacks after the first video we did together, and thanks for creating our
Yeah.
time. I understand that everybody's time is precious here in this climb. Thanks for making our time. I am really grateful.
No
Yes.
problem, ma.
So thank you so much. So let me just quickly introduce Auntie Amina. She
Thanks
is
for
a
having me
female
too, ma.
speaker. And yes, thanks. Let me quickly introduce you. Auntie Aminat is a female speak up leader. She runs an NGO organization. She's a mother of three. She's a wife. She's a friend. What else can I say? She works. She does different things. She writes. Yes, that's basically what she does. So and okay, so let's just go in. Thank you so much. Let's just start. So we're
Okay,
talking
ma.
about money
Thanks
relationship.
for having me, ma.
Thank you, Auntie Aminat. Thank you so much, Ma. Don't worry, Ma. So we are we'll be talking about money relationship in the diaspora part two. So we want to just say more things. We hope our viewers will be able to learn. Yes, and that's what we want. It's not we don't have a fixed method or anything. No, we just want to learn from
Mm-hmm.
one another, and that's it. That's what it's all
Yeah.
about. Thank you so much, Ma. Yeah. So
Yeah. So,
over to you,
well,
Auntie Amina.
I think we started. Yeah, I think we started. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago?
It's
I
over
really can't
3 weeks.
remember.
It's
But
three
I know,
weeks now.
really. Yeah. So, but I know we did something. We started the conversation like a long time ago now, and just few things that we mentioned was around the entitlement mentality of people and all our efforts to try and like satisfy people to be in the good book of people. So I think we demystified that myth of I have to be good to everyone. So we're like, we can't be good to everyone, no matter how much we tried our best. There are still some people that will water down our effort and say we didn't do enough. So the best thing we can do is just to do what we are capable of doing, do things within our limits, and do not feel guilty for what we choose not to do, as long as we've tried our best. So, as you said, Ma, you said we'll be looking at things around health, contentment. Well, I think the one that I love most is the aspect of contentment. Contentment to me, it's a virtue. Like it's a virtue. It's something that anyone that has it do not have any idea of what he or she has. It's something that once you don't have it, sincerely, it will be difficult to be fulfilled. It will be difficult to be fulfilled. And what it meant this time around is in terms of um, life, like it will always be as if you are not having enough, even when you have in surplus
Mm,
sometimes. So
mm,
even when you have in surplus, sometimes that lack of contentment will always be as if you don't have enough, and it will be like that because as long as you are moving around, as long as you are seeing your friends, you're seeing people around, you
mm,
always feel that pressure of when am I ever going to be like these people.
mm,
So
mm,
contentment is what will now make you sit down, reflect on your own circumstances, reflect on your own personality, reflect on your own dynamics, and just tell yourself that I am doing well too for myself in
mm,
this little way.
mm,
So, and my
mm,
life do not have to be um, flamboyant. It doesn't have to be luxurious, like full of luxuries like this other person. So,
mm.
because definition of having a good life is different from one another. What you see as a good life might be different from what I see as a good life. So I think contentment will come in when you define what you want as a good life, not what you see your friend having as a good life.
Hmm.
or else the pressure of I want to make it so fast, I want to do anything as long as it brings money. I just have to do anything. I don't care
Hmm.
if it's illegal. I don't care if it's going to impact other people negatively. I don't care. I As long as I am able to compete with this person. I think lack of contentment is what normally brings about competition too. Like you
Hmm.
always have
True.
that person you want to be like.
Hmm.
So,
Like,
but
thank you so
contentment is
much.
what we always,
Yeah.
yeah. Go ahead, ma.
Oh, thank you so much, Auntie Aminat. Like this morning, someone was telling me this morning, just this morning today, that well, what, like you said, people, well, they,
Yeah.
they would like to copy their
I'm
friends. That
sorry. I'm
if
just
it's
trying to attend to my mails on one side, but I am with you
okay,
100%,
okay,
please.
that's fine, that's fine. So, like, someone said to me this morning that if you make mention of Bill Gates, people won't feel how do I say it? Well, they won't just feel anyhow. Well, okay, that's Bill Gates. But if it's now their friend that is a wealthy person,
Mm-hmm.
they will want to they will be angry maybe within themselves. They'll become envious, like why is it not me,
Mm-hmm.
why is it this person? That so it actually
Mm-hmm.
happens when when the other person apart from oneself is doing better than one. And the way we
Yeah.
measure success is different, like you said. So at the end of
Mm-hmm.
the day is contentment. So our attitude towards money. So see, sometimes in life we just think about money is everything. Some people even have this
Mm-hmm.
money, they are not healthy. Some people say, oh, let's still have this money. Yes, whatever money
Mm-hmm.
you have. For example, if for example somebody is earning, let's say 40,000, that is your own money. Don't compare yourself
Mm-hmm.
with somebody earning 200,000. If you want to earn
Mm-hmm.
200,000, those people that are earning, what did they do? Did they have to do
Mm-hmm.
certifications? Did they have to further,
Mm-hmm.
or did they have to
Yeah.
wait? Some of them,
Mm-hmm.
they let's say perhaps they started working 10 years ago, and
Mm-hmm.
until after, not until after
Exactly.
10 years, they start earning that 200,000. But you just started working, you're earning
Mm-hmm.
30,000, you're thinking, oh, why is it me? Can you
Yes.
wait?
In fact,
Or
you
can
just
what
you
other
just
things
you
can you
just
add
said
more?
it, ma. Mm-hmm. You just
Can
said
can
it
can,
all.
can you add more
I think
skills?
yeah. Yeah, you just said it all, ma. That comparison, that's what I said. You need to reflect on your whole life too, and sometimes you don't know the full story. Like you don't know the full story of the other person. You don't know
Yeah.
the full story. It is what we are all presenting to people that people will
Yes.
accept. But
Mm,
only few people will be real with you. Only people will tell you the struggle.
mm,
I know it's two things. Some people will start very early and they will be so lucky that they will fly immediately. Why some people
mm,
need to take that baby step before they get to where they are going. So
mm,
they have to take like a follow all the procedure, follow all the processes before they get to where they are going. So if you are seeing yourself like maybe you have a mate now, let's say my secondary school mate now, and we all finish the same time, we even finish university the same time, but as
yeah.
fate will have it, she didn't get a job immediately. Meanwhile,
Mm,
I did, let's say. So at the end of the day, my experience have started counting from the time I started working.
true.
But maybe from one way or the other, something brings us together, and I just realized that this person that didn't start work the time I started is now in higher level than
Mm,
me. I'll start thinking that how did
mm,
she manage to get there or something. Meanwhile, we have different. I think one thing I love to believe in that I appreciate about myself is understanding that we have different destiny. So sometimes that is what will call us back to say this person has a different destiny
mm,
that is different from mine. So it means she doesn't have to follow through all the baby steps that I have taken before getting to where I am.
yes.
She just was lucky to start flying immediately.
Mm,
So
mm,
understanding the that destiny plays a lot too in how our life is moving. Then understanding that contentment. That's why you see someone, you mentioned somebody is selling 40, somebody is selling 200. Do you know sometimes too, you will see somebody earning far, far, far below you, and you'll be wondering why they are happy. You'll be wondering
mm,
why they are contented. You'll be wondering why they are not. It's not that they are not striving to have more, but they are happy with what they have presently. Meanwhile,
mm,
you see another person that seems to have everything that you always ever wanted, and that person
mm.
is still pursuing. That person is still complaining, and then you start wondering, you start
Yeah.
telling the person like, upon all this thing you have, and if you are complaining, then what do you want me to do? It's all boils down
Mm,
to contentment and individual personality. It's not a matter of, it's
yes.
not
Mm.
a message of those strive for more. It's a message of appreciating what you have
That little
presently
thing you have.
and not,
Mm,
yeah, yeah.
mm,
They said there's no way you can be grateful if you are not contented. So
mm,
gratitude will never come in if you are not contented. Gratitude will
mm,
never come in because you will
mm.
always feel that it's not enough.
Yes.
Even though what you have
Yes.
is like a dream of
Yes.
many, like thousands and millions of people.
Mm,
So, but until you start reflecting, until you start thinking about people that are far, far, far behind you, you won't be happy with yourself. You won't be fulfilled. You will
mm.
always be as if you are at the back.
Yes.
Okay, now we are
So
in the UK, for example. A lot of
thank you.
people don't even have money to get to say, okay, I want to obtain passports. They can't even like it's not a
Mm,
cause, but they can't even think about it. They can't even their mind would never go there because they already look at their lives. They
mm,
already feel like how will I even
mm,
get money to get passport? Do I even know where they're getting passport? Let alone saying I want to fly abroad.
mm.
But look at you here. No matter how much, no matter the means of you getting money to come to the UK, as long as you're still able to pull something together, you're still able to come here, you're still able to work, you've got so much to be grateful for. So,
Yes.
but if you don't think about those people, you will not reflect, you will not be grateful, you will
Yes.
be lacking contentment if you're always thinking
Yes.
about people that have been here, let's say for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, when they came, they started from the beginning and then they built their way to the tops. But you just came and you started looking at those people that have already built their ways to the top, and you started feeling like I also want to buy house, I also want to get car. Nobody's saying that you should not desire, you should
Mm.
not want to have those things, but
Yeah.
it's just in stages. A lot of people came here and they have to start from the beginning. They have to start like from afresh. They have to start from afresh. So, but accepting that reality that I don't mind starting from afresh as long as I know where I'm going and I know that I'll reach there one day is
Yes.
what will make you sit back
Yes.
and smile about your life and appreciate what you've got.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
and thank you
yeah.
so much for for those words, because one thing I see is that okay, like you've talked about people that are abroad, and so there is
Yeah.
likely possibilities that, or many times, people that are back at home, you know when they are
Mm-hmm.
talking to people abroad, they look down on themselves. They think they don't
Yeah.
have anything. They think they are not in a better position. They think,
Mm-hmm.
bad of themselves. And I wonder where that mindset is from. So I call that mindset colonialism
Mm-hmm.
mindset. A mindset that makes
Yeah.
people think below excellence, that makes people think below average,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not in the UK, because I'm not in the US, then my life
Mm-hmm.
is not better. That kind of
Mm-hmm.
mindset is from the pit of hell. That's what I would say. It's not godly. It is not good.
Is
It
a
makes people
self-esteem issue.
depressed. Yes, self-esteem issues.
It's a
So,
self-esteem issue because there are people here
yes,
too that even though they are here, they
yes,
still have the self-esteem issue. They still have that self-esteem of I'm living in a rural place. I want to live in the city. It's a
mm,
self-esteem issue. Wherever you find
mm,
yourself, it's your self-esteem that will play the role of I
mm,
have arrived or I
mm,
am no better than anybody. It's your
mm,
self-esteem. Sometimes inferiority complex will come. Is something that you have been desiring. You have always wanted to come to the UK. Okay, this is the UK now. UK now. Once you have money, you will come to the UK in whatever way. So
mm,
it's very much easier for anybody to come to the UK. So, but when somebody comes to the UK and the kind of the way you talk to
mm,
people, the way you now address people, has changed. There's no way, as in you start making people feel like you are in heaven, even though you are in a place where it's not even UK to get to
Irony
Lagos.
gbogbo
It's
ẹ̀,
not even
irony.
it's not even as far as Lagos to Kebbi if you are going by because
Yes.
so it's not it's
Hmm.
not it's not in any big deal. It's a self-esteem
It's
issue. There
not
are people in Nigeria that are doing as like in they are doing
excellently
absolutely
well.
fine for themselves. They are doing
Yes.
excellently well, believe me. So, but when
Yes.
self-esteem, when low self-esteem sets in, they still feel
Hmm.
like people that are over there are
Are
superior
better.
to us here. But people with very good
Yes.
self-esteem, if you like, be in another planet,
Thank
they
you.
don't get moved by whatever you are
They don't.
posting. They
They
don't
do.
get moved by
They, they
by
don't.
what you are earning over there. As long as they are doing stuff for themselves, they are happy.
Hmm.
They're happy.
Yes.
So
Yes.
somebody can
Yes.
still be here too and still be dealing with that kind of mindset too. Like somebody can
It's
be in
true.
Wales and be feeling like people in London are superior. Trust me.
It's
They
true.
can still be
It's
feeling like
true.
people in London because London is a big city.
City.
London is but you understand. So but I don't know.
Yes.
So I would
It's
say
very.
it is the mindset and self esteem issue. Yeah.
And I remember a friend said to me one day, many years ago, she said, "Oh, Shion,
Mm,
I thought that location would change you. So you've not changed." So what that means is that it's not changing location that changes people's mindsets,
mm-hmm.
but rather it's a
No.
shift in
Mm-mm.
the mindset that changes them. So if
Exactly.
they
Mm-hmm.
are the same set of people that look down on themselves in Nigeria
Mm-hmm.
or abroad or anywhere, when they migrate,
Yeah.
if they have that tendencies, they will still do the same. So they may not even be
Mm-hmm.
satisfied. And these are some of the things that leads to
Exactly.
um, people not being satisfied in life, burnout. They just feel
Mm-hmm.
they're just working, or they're just
Yeah.
there. They don't have any reason to be
Mm-hmm.
grateful.
They
They
are
think
working
other
effort
people
tirelessly just to prove themselves,
just to prove themselves,
just to prove
but
that they
burn
are there
out.
too.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And the truth
Mm-hmm.
is, we just need to have a positive perspective about life. Sometimes people can be
Mm-hmm.
short-sighted. They don't really see too far. It's okay. But
Mm-hmm.
we should not stay, at that level. We should begin to broaden
Yeah.
our horizon just so that we can see far.
Mm-hmm.
It's not having millions
Mm-hmm.
in the account that makes people see far. It's just that mindset, what they believe in. And
Of
like
course.
after the
Mm-hmm.
last the episode we did, somebody said to me that a lot of people who are coming into the United Kingdom now are not doing pension.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oops.
Mm.
And the reason is because they feel that, oh, if they do pension, they won't have enough
Mm-hmm.
money to send home. They won't have enough money, to spend. So what they are doing is that they are
Mm.
shortchanging their tomorrow for now. They are enjoying now,
Mm.
so that they will suffer tomorrow. Indirectly, that's what
Mm-hmm.
they are doing. But a lot of people don't know. They just feel, oh, if I don't do that pension, I will have extra £200. I'll have extra £500.
Mm-hmm.
That's so much money. I also have money. But are you saving that money?
Mm-hmm.
Even if, for example, you are not doing pension, do you have a private
Yeah.
pension pot for yourself? Otherwise,
Exactly.
what if you
Exactly.
see sometimes people think that when they move abroad, their money issues will be
Mm-hmm.
solved, everything will be good. But what about tomorrow? We don't
Mm-hmm.
pray that anything happens.
Mm-hmm.
If, for example, somebody falls ill and is not able to
Mm-hmm.
look after him or herself, a lot of people will think, oh, governments will just take
Mm.
over. See, there are so many
Exactly.
information that people don't even know. You see,
Mm.
like I said one
Exactly.
time, a man said to me that the kind of lifestyle people are living abroad now, they will pay for
Mm.
it in their old age. That means if, for example, you're
Mm.
that kind of person that you like to show off, you have
Mm-hmm.
so much debt, you're
Mm-hmm.
very
Mm.
flamboyant, you don't have anything, you are saving. And
Mm-hmm.
some people who are flamboyant and they are saving, they are wise.
Mm-hmm.
They just want to enjoy now.
They're wise.
Fine.
Yeah.
They are wise. But
Mm-hmm.
there are some people who are flamboyant, they are not wise. You know,
And
more they
and
don't have that
they are
wisdom.
flamboyant. They are showing off, but they don't have anything
Shh,
to show for.
they are showing off today. And funniest thing is just today they are
Yeah.
showing off. They are not showing off tomorrow. So the real show off is tomorrow. in your whole day. Some people say, oh, after all, some people don't live. What if you even live and not even die before that old
Exactly.
age? What would you
Exa-
say about your tomorrow? How would you look after
exactly.
yourself?
Exactly.
So
Mm-hmm.
abroad does not change that mindset about money. It is the mindset
Mm-hmm.
that we have. Location does not change it.
Mm-hmm.
It is the personal
Mm-hmm.
mindset we have. So that means we need to
Mm-hmm.
learn how to save, even if it is what's up pound mewa, like £10, save it today.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it
Mm-hmm.
is
Yeah.
£50, save it today. Just save
Mm-hmm.
something. There are a lot of people who do
Exactly.
cooperative, among their friends, and they are able to gather something.
Mm-hmm.
That money is for you. So when somebody asks you for that money, well,
Mm-hmm.
you are not lying, but you don't have that money that you want to spend. That money is saved. It
Mm-hmm.
is not for
Yeah.
dashing out, so to speak. There's money. So what we
Exactly.
are trying to say, so there's money. You have to set aside money to dash out, not just dashing out. One thing
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to say the last time we did this, the part one, is that if you have
Mm.
parents, if they are still alive, please
Mm-hmm.
look after them,
Of
because
course.
sometimes I see that a lot of people, they give out money, but their parents are suffering. They don't have anything.
Mm.
You see, let me share an example with you. Something happened.
Mm.
Somebody called me. This person had called me before for
Mm.
money, and I explained.
Okay.
I told the person my dilemmas and everything.
Mm.
Money
Okay.
issues. The following year, this person
Mm-hmm.
called me again and said, oh, some people are on strike, so no money. And I'm like, this is almost the
Mm.
end of the month. So are they not going to pay
Mm.
you? You just started strike today and you are calling me. And the person
Mm-hmm.
said, oh, I hope so. I said, I think there's fire on the mountain. And I said to the person, I said, see, this money that I have, it is for
Mm.
my dad. If I give it to you,
Mm.
I will not be able to give my dad money. And the person said to me, even if it is small. And then I realized that that person is selfish. Yes, I'm so sorry for using
Mm.
that big word. I realized that that person
Mm.
is not thinking well about me, for my dad. I said,
Of
see, my
course.
father cannot work. Even though you're on strike, you can still go. You are young.
Mm-hmm.
I asked him, are you married? He said, no. You don't have children. So what are you doing with money? Because you spend your money, you cannot save your money.
Mm.
Don't become a liability to
Mm-hmm.
other people because you are not managing your finances
To other
well.
people.
Yes. So, and I'm not
Absolutely.
saying that I'm managing my finances well, but I know that, okay, this money, this particular, I said, see, if I give you this money, my father will not have anything,
Mm.
and he is old, he cannot go out to work. And he said to me,
To
yes,
work.
like I've said before, yes. And this person, I
Mm.
see a lot of people, and I must talk about this. A lot of people do some things. They'll say, oh,
Mm-hmm.
please give me money. And the next thing they do is they will send your account number. And I think that's a shameful way of
Exactly.
doing
They don't
things.
wait for you to respond.
If
I'm
yes,
telling you.
if someone has not requested for your account number and you're doing that, that's manipulation.
It's
Yes,
different.
that is
Yeah.
manipulation. That is lack of shame and insensitivity. I am really
Of
sorry. So the
course.
person sent me account number, you know. Ah, so I called the person again. I said, I want to ask a question. I try to, know where the person works and everything. I realized the person
Mm.
works in a place where they pay well. And I asked, I said, why are you begging for
Mm.
money? Some people may hear
Mm.
this and may think I was blunt. I was not blunt, but something I just felt something was wrong. I said, why are you doing this? And the
Yeah.
person explained, he wants to give his own parents. I said, see, my own parents are in need. I don't go about begging people for my
Mm.
parents. So that is your own
Exactly.
responsibility. I also have my own responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
And I needed to, so
Of
I now asked the
course.
person, after gathering information, I said, are you using drugs?
Mm.
He said, no. I said, see, the reason I'm asking is so that we know how to help you. Because if someone has
Mm.
told you that if I give you this money, I won't be able
Mm.
to, give my father money because he cannot work. He's not young like you and I. and you are not married, you
Mm-hmm.
don't have responsibilities, and if you still send me your account number to think I've changed my mind when I've not requested for it, then
Mm-hmm.
something is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I see that habit, young people do that. This person is young. Young people do that. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
somebody, I need money. They just send your account number. A lot of people do it.
They
If
don't
you
even
check
wait for
it,
you to
they,
answer again.
they don't wait. And you realize that the relationship we have with this set of people is basically money
Yeah,
relationship. You don't have any other relationship with them.
exactly.
Once they cannot get money from you, that means you don't have
Mm-hmm.
relationship with them. So it's all about money. It's
Exactly.
all about money. You have not heard my own side.
Y-
Like, this is what I'm going through. I need money, but you want money. You are also earning money. The money you are earning, if you are not married, is for yourself. And the people God has put,
Real.
the people God has given you to look after. So don't
Mm-hmm.
put your
Mm-hmm.
responsibility on other people.
On
As
other
they are
people.
minding their own
Mm.
business, you also mind your own business. So, you know,
Mm-hmm.
if you cannot afford to do something, just,
Mm-hmm.
maintain your status quo. So I told the person, I said, see, I won't call you. This is my situation. I don't go about, calling people to beg. Otherwise, I will become a beggar.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to manage. And I
Yeah.
told the person, I said, I think you need financial management. you know you need education
Mm.
on financial management, and that's
Mm-hmm.
what a lot of people lack. Even if they even earn 200,000,
Exactly.
they will still say, oh, give me money. I'm not
It's not.
saying
It's
giving
not
money is
enough.
bad. No, that's not what I'm saying. But if, for example, I have 10 genuine people every month that I give money to, and you are coming just because you
Yeah.
cannot manage your own money, not because you are in need, but just because you want to
Mm-hmm.
grab from other people, you are greedy, selfish,
And
then
it's a
something is wrong.
business. So some people are making it like a business. There are people that their job, especially on social media now, they just tax this one, tax this one. That's what they do every day. They know at the end of the day, something will, as in things will match up together, and they will have enough that they need for that day.
And tell me that.
Yeah.
Thank you for mentioning that. And that's why some people say that, people that are abroad, they pay what they call
Mm,
black tax. They pay it back home. They are not looking after themselves. They are not paying pension,
mm,
but they are sending money back home for people to, live the
mm,
kind of life they want to live, but they are
mm-hmm.
suffering here. They are not planning for their own future, but they are planning for the
Yeah.
future of somebody else's, maybe children. For
Yeah.
example, why did I say so?
Mm-hmm.
There are people here who feel that, oh, they don't pay school fees here. They don't even care about lesson for their
I don't know.
children.
I saw one video on Facebook, and the person was saying, the person just listed a couple of things. Me, sometimes I don't comment on some things on Facebook, especially when it relates to abroad, because number one, if you comment the positive side, sometimes you will have people coming under your comments criticizing you, and telling you things like you are making it look as if abroad is the best. If you comment negative thing, you will have people coming to your comment to tell you that, if it is not like that, come back home now. So me, I am always on the fence. In fact, this one is just because this is an avenue for me to speak my mind. I don't comment on things like that on Facebook. So when I saw someone wrote a very long list of, yeah, we don't pay school fees here, we don't. I'm like, you don't pay school fees, but you are paying something in one way or the other. And it's not everybody that are here that are even going to free school. There are people that have put their children in private school. There are people that are doing extra lessons for their children. In fact, even the so-called public school, you still pay in some ways because they are always asking for one money or the other. So I wonder why somebody would just put that together and say, yes, school is free. You don't pay school fees, but uniform alone, if you need to buy uniform alone in a school, it's enough to pay somebody's session if you convert it in naira in Nigeria. So, but sometimes information that people throw out to other people is what
And
make
tell me that.
people in Nigeria react the way they react. Because when you tell people that you don't pay school fees now, for example, or you don't pay anything, now you forget to tell them other things that are supposed to be paid for when it comes
And,
to school. They will just
and
feel
tell
like
me
you are
that.
not using your money for anything. You understand?
And tell me that. Let me say something.
Mm,
There's this adage we learned growing up, or we learned growing up. says, if you think
Hey, I'm
education
struggling
is
to hear you now,
expensive,
ma.
okay, okay, there's this adage we
Okay.
learned growing up that says, if you think
Mm.
education is expensive, try ignorance.
Yeah.
When people say they don't pay for education, and they say that's why they are
Mm.
coming abroad, you see, those people that paid for education back in Nigeria, the children are able
Mm.
to come here, come abroad, and compete
Mhm.
with the ones that maybe migrated and think it's
Mhm.
expensive to pay for lesson, it's expensive to pay for school,
Mm.
or see, even if you are not paying literally, are you sitting down at home
Mhm.
to teach those children? Are you paying
Yeah.
for extra lessons? Are you paying for extra things for them? Because
Mhm.
you think so far you can send money home. That's it. And
Mhm.
one thing
Yeah.
I just say is that you see these same children are the ones that will cover
Mm.
you in your time of nakedness. But you've not invested
Mhm.
in them. And you think yes, automatically because they are from Africa, they should
Mhm.
give you they should give you something. I think there are
Mhm.
some generations that don't even believe in some of those things because they feel
Mhm.
you were not sensitive to their needs, but you were sensitive to the needs of
Mhm.
others, and you neglected their own needs. So
Yeah.
if you feel that education is cheap here, so that means you're not doing some
Mhm.
things. Like for example, some people buy uniform every maybe like only once in a year. And that
Yeah.
uniform, for example, it has become old. But they rather send that 20
Mm.
pounds home to people,
Mm.
but they are neglecting their own
Mm.
children. Instead of you to think, oh,
Mm.
I think this children needs new uniform. You don't care. You
Changing.
don't even know that they need new
Mhm.
uniform. You don't know that it needs
Mm.
changing. You know, and then by the time when those children are about to enter university, that's when you now realize that hey, you've
Mm.
made mistakes all along. You did not sit down with them to teach them. If you're not paying for lesson, if you're paying for
Yeah.
lesson, you do not monitor their growth or something. You now realize that
Yeah.
when you now see, I see a lot of children abroad. If you ask them 19,
Mm.
16, 15, what do you want to become? Some of them will say they don't know. And one thing is back at home, if you ask some children, what do you want to become? Some of them will tell you
Mm.
whether they want to be social media influencer, they want to be anything. They will tell you what they want to, become. But a lot of people, that they said, oh, we are coming abroad because of our children, or we
Mhm.
came abroad because of children. Still don't even understand what it means to raise children. It's not abroad that
Yeah.
raises children. It's you,
It's
and
not. Of
you have to
course.
be intentional. You have to be, and that's
Mhm.
why we are saying, see, you are working, working out, working just to send money to people to give everybody
Yeah.
money, but you're not looking after. You're not pruning the garden God has given to you, or the plant. In Welsh,
Mhm.
we live in Wales, the glory of God. They call children
Yeah.
plants. I still looked at it today. I was like, that is a strong word, plants. So that means they need to be nurtured.
Mhm.
They need to be pruned. They need to
Yeah.
be, they need to be watered. How
Yeah.
well are you watering your children? If
Your
the
children.
relationship you have with people is only money, money, then you don't
Yeah.
have genuine relationship. When you don't even ask after your
Mhm.
children, how they ask about his money. I think you need to cut off those
Yeah.
people. I'm so sorry. And you see, there are some people who don't even have much. Those ones, they have some of them even have good
Yes.
attitude. You know that you are meant to give to them, so give to them. They don't need to ask you.
Mhm.
You know they are in need. Help them. But there are some
Exactly.
people that they are not
Exactly.
working. They just think, oh,
Mhm.
somebody abroad will give them money. Oh, see, sometimes it's not just
Exactly.
giving people fish. You need to teach people how to fish.
Guide them. And yeah.
Guide them.
Exactly.
Because some people they will never know how to fish until that person that gives them fish dies. And that will be,
Exactly.
a lot of struggle
Hmm.
for this same people. They'll be like, hey, this
Hmm.
person has always been giving me. So I don't even know what it
Hmm.
means to go out there to work. I don't know what it means to hustle. So give
Hmm.
yourself brain. I will say that again.
Yeah.
Give yourself brain. Money is not
Hmm.
everything. Now I tell people, my slogan this is I tell people is see, we are growing
Mhm.
old. You think about just going to work. What about your health? is everything
Mm.
fine with your health? Do you have time to
Mm.
do exercise? Do you have time to look after yourself? Are you just
Or you
jumping
just want
around?
to make
Oh,
this money.
you just want to make
Mom
this.
Ebenezer, there's something that I don't know. I do tell people, especially people that just come here. I tell them that calm down.
Calm
I
down.
tell people to calm down a lot. Calm down. And I say calm down because I said, okay, if you come here, for example, and you are just thinking because the work is there, and you know that once you are able to do the job, you will get your money. And then you started putting a lot of pressure on yourself, pressure of, I need to gather that money. I said, can you always just come back and think of when you were back home in Nigeria? Were you putting such pressure on yourself too? Like, were you putting pressure of saving 1,000 pounds per month, for example? If you are putting that kind of pressure on yourself here, when you were in Nigeria, were you putting pressure of saving, let's say, 200,000 naira on your or monthly? Were you putting that kind of pressure on yourself? So, what difference is it making that when you now come to the abroad, you now start putting a lot of pressure on yourself? Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't save money. I am not saying, but working your ass out or thinking I want to, as if you set a timeline for yourself, like, I need to quickly make this money when it's not like you are dying tomorrow or except if you have a plan of going back to Nigeria, let's say you have a plan of spending maybe just 5 years in the UK, it's different. You know that, yes, I know I'm going anytime after 5 years. I think that is different. But if you are not having that kind of plan, because a lot of people that are putting pressure on it, they are not happy. They are not happy. You see that, yes, they are making the money, but they are not happy. So why not prioritize your mental health first? Why not think about what you want first? So why not just take it one step at a time? Make the money, make the money, do things
Calm down.
one step at a time, not the pressure of doing everything at once.
Hmm.
Not the pressure of doing everything at once. And I think,
It's,
you were talking about pension, you were talking about health. One of the reasons why people just feel like I don't have to save or I don't have to do any pension is because this system, it is what the system is providing in the sense that the system allows you to work like even when you are very old like this, you can still pick up some casual job, you can still pick up some menial jobs to cater for yourself. So that kind of
that is for
mindset of
people who
I
have
can
good
always
health.
work.
That is for people that have
Yeah.
good health.
That Exactly. So that kind of mindset of I can always work, it is what is not making people to save because they feel
Mm.
like if I spend this, there's a shift I'll pick to get the
Thank,
money back. If
thank
I
you, ma.
spend this,
Mm.
when you don't even have the power, when you are not in charge of your ability to pick the next shift, you don't
You,
even
you,
know
you,
if you will be able to live healthy enough to a certain age. So if you're always
yes.
thinking I will always work to do it, but you are not
Mm.
sure that you will be capable, you will have the strength to do that work by that time. So it is now
True.
that you are agile, that you are strong, that you should be able to work and make plans for your tomorrow, make plans for your future.
Yes.
But the mindset of I can
Yes.
always work and get it back, even if you are
Mm.
working now and it feels like a bonus. Yes, treat yourself well, do everything, but it's not a bonus in the per se. It's like an extra way to save so that if you are supposed to retire at maybe 65, you can choose to retire at 50 or 55.
Yeah.
But with the mindset of I can always work, if you are supposed to retire at let's say 65, you will not even dare it. You will be looking at your life and say, I think with this kind of lifestyle, I must still be working at 80 years.
And tell me that, let's even thank you for that important point you raised. Let's even talk about, for example, people would think that because they are abroad they can always borrow money, you know
Mm-hmm.
so maybe for example they just borrow money for things not maybe perhaps not so important.
Important.
Different reasons borrow money for different things. Some are genuine, so I don't
Mm-hmm.
mean, but let's just talk to educate people. Some they say
Mm-hmm.
credit card, they have credit card, they spend the money anyhow, and they think, oh, maybe because people used to have this perception that, oh, in the future, if you can't pay
Mm-hmm.
your credit card or the interest rate or something, they will cancel it.
Mm.
Not all
Oh, really?
if you let me speak Yoruba, not all gbese ni woman cancel. They don't cancel all
Normal
debts,
council.
everything.
Mm.
So but people just have this kind of mind, and you now realize that these people, if they are not able to pay those debts on time, in their old
Mm-hmm.
age, they will pay for it. They will pay
Mm.
for it. Somebody told me something, one day, and I'm like, hey, there are so many things we don't know. Hey, the person said, oh,
Mm.
this person borrowed money. A particular person somewhere borrowed money, and the
Mm.
person said, oh, I want to borrow, get plenty, large sum of money because he knows that well,
Mm.
he will soon die. The lady now told me that you see, the
Mm.
problem is that the next of kin, name of next of kin is there, and they will hunt the person. I said, ah, but she's not the person that. But he said, but the next of kin is there.
Mm.
Before you borrow money, they would have asked for who the next of kin is. So when people think, oh, they can always
Yeah.
borrow, borrow, borrow. Yeah, if you need to borrow
Mm.
money for something good, borrow, pay back. But
Yeah.
if it's for some things, because see, I heard a story one time, long time ago,
Mm.
that somebody, maybe they are trying to do something, a party in Nigeria, and the person borrowed
Mm.
so much money here without even informing her
Mm.
husband. And all of a
Mm.
sudden, years after, plenty money, and everybody they spent the money now. I should be, I should this, I should, and then
Mm.
started
Mm.
sending. So the person now lost her job, unfortunately lost her
Okay.
job, and they started sending money, bills home, letters. And then the husband just thought
Mm.
that, these letters, they are too much. He just opened and then he realized that the
Mm.
wife had borrowed large amounts of money. You see, sometimes people
Mm.
think, oh, I want my party, to be the best. I want, everybody. You don't need to borrow. If you
Yes.
want to do party, make use of what you have. The only thing is
Of
that
course.
we will come and eat. We will come and eat. We will come and eat. And after everybody, after people eat and then
Mm.
go, you be, you face your own, issues. You'll
No.
be left alone to face, you know. So stop living a life that's you know a fake
A
life.
life
Let me
of
just use that
impressing
word.
people.
Impressing
A
people. You
life
are
of
not impressing
impressing people.
anybody.
I
You
told
have your
my
own
my my
journey.
mantra is I'll tell you that think if you are thinking about doing if you want to do something, for example, and you reflect on your circumstances, and the only reason that you want to do that thing is because you want people to still see you as someone that is doing well, because you need to prove to people that you are doing well, or you need to let people see you as a big person so that they can be, according,
Hmm,
you just, I don't know. So the thing
hmm,
I want to say, one of the things I appreciate about the way this system is built in this place is the fact that you can see someone walking a dog on the road, and you can't predict that kind of person's financial, what's it called, like, you can't predict the person's, how wealthy
Status,
the person is.
social class,
Settle.
social classes.
Exactly. Meanwhile, it's easier for us from where we're coming from, it's easier for us back home to see someone, to identify a rich person easily, because once you are rich, you will have like 5 cars in your compound. In fact, you will have like a mansion, you will have many wives, in some cases. You will have like a very big house, plenty children, and things, as in it's very, very easy for us to know this person is a rich person. And when you are not rich, when you are average, it's easier for us to know. When you are not rich, or you are still struggling, it's still easier for people to know. But here, you don't know. No, but in
I
fact,
think it's a
even when
mindset
you know,
and it's a
even when you
carnage.
know, no one cares. No one cares.
Yes.
No
If you
one
like,
cares. You
and
can
tell me
buy
that
the most expensive car in
car,
this place,
that is the car I
but
want to talk about. If you like, it's your business. If you like, oh, this is the
that's
car
what I'm
I
saying.
drive.
Nobody
People,
cares
it's
about.
not
So
your
if
business.
someone is coming from, if we still have that kind of mentality as we come here, and
Yes.
we still feel like I have to do this because I want to impress you. Is it even in this environment where I can't? I'm not even seeing my neighbor 3 months, 4 months. Is that how I will even know what new things he or she has acquired?
hmm, hmm,
So it is not a place, especially for people living in this city.
hmm.
This is not a place to impress anybody.
No,
And it is
no.
still the same, not a place to prove to people back home that you are not suffering here.
Hmm,
Because the more you do that, the more you appear to prove that you are doing well here, the more you
hmm,
will be taxed. The more you will be
hmm,
taxed, the more you will be making people feel as if this place,
hmm,
everything is all smooth. There's no problem
hmm.
here. You don't have any problem. Everything has been designed for you. It is this. So there's no way faking it. Just do you, and be happy with yourself. If anybody look at you and feels like, they are living in their abroad, or look at the way they are dressing, or look at, or they can't even celebrate. Okay, let's say for example, the way we celebrate birthdays in Nigeria now. We celebrate birthdays. We put on music, we dance, we do everything. But when you go to Oyibo's birthday, how does it feel like? You just it's not like our own normal birthday parties in Nigeria. It's not. So you are now here, but because you want to prove to people back home that you have arrived and you are not suffering, you are now going extra miles to borrow money
Hmm.
for party that you can't afford to. It's not worth it.
It's
It's
not
not worth
worth
it because there
it.
are many, many other important things
Hmm.
that you
Yeah.
yourself know that you need that money for.
Hmm,
So
hmm.
it's all
It's
it's all
true.
about it's all about personality, to be honest. Some
Contentment.
people, they have that contentment. Yes, contentment, personality.
You
For
see,
for
you see,
for it
and tell me that,
Nigeria tí ò jẹ́ ká, I don't know.
and tell me that you said something, about personalities, about personality. I don't want to
Yeah,
bring in some mental health words, here, but there's a kind of
yeah.
mental personality, they call them, let me just say,
Mhm,
histrionic personality. They want people to see
mhm.
them, they want people to admire them. They wear flashy things. They just
Exactly.
want to be the center of
Yeah,
attraction. It is a mental,
exactly.
it is a mindset. So when we say mental health, could we be, maybe one is psychotic or maybe one is not thinking.
Mhm,
It's just a mindset.
mhm,
It's a personality.
hmm,
Maybe let me just use disorder. You know, you don't need
mhm.
to just be yourself. Dress well,
Yeah,
don't wear rags, dress well,
yeah,
look good. But when you go to that
yeah.
extreme, of borrowing, what you don't have or what you
Yeah,
cannot
and the
pay for
system
the
is not
long run.
helping. There are always credit facilities, but if you jump at every credit facilities just because it is available and you feel like you
Hmm.
should get it, even for something that you don't need,
People
you
borrow
just
money
want to.
for good
Me,
things,
I
but if
as
you borrow
I have
money
not
for bad
I have
things,
never used any iPhone in my life. Even though, oh, my battery is low, so let me find a way to quickly charge. Even though I
okay.
love iPhones, but I think it has never occurred to me to go for iPhone. I admire it
Hmm.
from people, but it has never occurred to me. So whenever I'm on the phone, or whenever I take a picture and someone will comment and say things like, wow, iPhone, what is that? And I tell them I don't have an iPhone. It feels like, how can you iPhone that secondary school children are holding in this place, you don't have. But if I go and buy iPhone because I want people to know that I can afford iPhone, could make sense. Could make
Could make
sense in
sense. If
any
I
way.
buy it, I should buy it for my personal use. It's not for people.
Exactly. Not because I
It's
want
not.
people to
It's
know
not
that
about
I can
anybody.
afford iPhone or things like that. So that is the point
Yes.
I want
Hmm,
us to focus on. Whenever I need to do
hmm,
something, I think personally I reflect on, is this thing worth doing? And am I doing it because it is what I want, or is because of what I want people to see?
hmm, hmm. You see
So
that,
yeah.
like, thank you so much, man. There are so many things that are important in life. I just remembered, you've been talking about contentment.
Mm-hmm.
There's, I want to, read this Bible passage in Yoruba and then say the English. It says, "Ṣùgbọ́n
Mm,
ìwà bí Ọlọ́run pẹ̀lú ìtẹ́lọ́rùn ère ńlá ni." So that means godliness with
mm,
contentment is great gain. So
yeah.
please be your original self. Don't be fake. Stop
Yes.
snapping.
So.
Well, people can do whatever they want. So let me not say that, but because the
Mm-hmm.
last time you said somebody snap behind, well, anybody can do whatever they like, but just be
Mm-hmm.
yourself so that you don't, give people the wrong
Mm-hmm.
impression. Look, if you
Impression.
like
Yeah.
you said something that you tell people to calm down. Let me say
Yeah.
something like, for example, when I traveled, I didn't work for
Mm.
maybe like almost 3 years, 2.5 years. I was just myself.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have money in my account. I did not have anything. You know, I was
How
just
can you be
myself.
their God and you don't have money?
Uh, you know, I was just myself. But I had exams. I was writing. I was sure just
It's
thank
like
God I was
it's like
maintaining
a
myself.
forbidden word to say
Is
that
a
you don't have
forbidden what
money
is it?
when you
You
are living
don't
in
have
their
money. They
God.
were
It's
not
like a
broke.
forbidden word. But to me, oh, it's not a forbidden word. I'll tell you I don't have money. And if you think I should have money, then you can come and give me the money. If I don't have money, I'll
Yes,
tell you I don't
about
have money. Uh-uh.
yes. So
so
you said calm down.
so
So a
that
lot of
shouldn't
people,
be a
for example.
forbidden word for anybody living in their
Yes.
God.
You, you see, a lot of people, maybe we'll talk about this in the next, any live show we do. There are some
Yeah.
people that want to migrate because they feel um what they are earning is not okay. And then, but
Mm-hmm.
most especially when you have small children, if husband and wife, if you migrate together, one person
Mm.
might have to stay at home and look after the children.
That
And
one is
this,
that one
actually,
is a big topic on its own.
so calm down before you make your
Mm-hmm.
move, get information. What if, for example, you don't get job
Mm-hmm.
for the next year or in the next 5 months after you
Mm-hmm.
migrated or something? How would you feel?
Mm-hmm.
So learn to live a balanced life. Learn to live happily with whatever you have at now, so
Mm-hmm.
that by the time you even migrate, whatever life throws at you, just see
Accept it.
things the way God wants you to see
Accept
things
it
and
and be hopeful.
move forward and be hopeful. That's the word.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Auntie Amina. So, do you still have any other
Thank you,
thing
ma.
to
I'm
say?
so sorry that I'm feeling like a bit distracted. Please, I am so sorry, but I hope I'm able to say a few things.
Thank you so much, ma. Thanks for your time.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for
ma.
your time.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for
ma.
your time.
No
That time is
problem, ma.
very important. Shema, thank you so much, ma.
No
It's
problem, ma.
it's
Thank you,
nice
ma.
having you. Thank you for
Mm-hmm.
everything. I am grateful.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so
ma.
much,
Thanks
ma.
for the enlightenment and the platform.
Ah,
Ọlọ́run á máa strengthen yín.
amen. Ọlọ́run máa strengthen gbogbo wa. Mo dúpẹ́ mà.
Ẹ
Àmì,
ṣeun
àmì,
gan,
mo
ma.
dúpẹ́ mà.
All
Àmì,
right, ma.
àmì.
Take
I
care,
am
ma.
grateful. Thank you, ma.
All right,
Love you, Auntie
bye, ma.
Aminat. Love you, ma. Love
Bye, bye, ma.
you.
Love you too.
Bye. Love you too. Bye. Bye. Thanks. Thank you, everyone.